It's Chargers week in Kansas City, and fresh off the field, we're going under the helmet with Chiefs linebacker Derrick Johnson. DJ, these first two games as a defense, you guys have been playing from behind, sometimes with a small margin and sometimes with a bigger. What's the mindset of defenders when you get behind on that scoreboard?
Well, at every chance you get on the field, you have to try to get better. Even during a game when it's really late and you're losing by a big margin of points, you're just trying to cut down on your mistakes because knowing next week you're going to have to be back out there and do better. So whenever we have a chance to get out there on the field, regardless of what the score is, we're trying to play good defense and get better at the same time.
We've heard a lot of this week from defenders, not yourself and others, about getting turnovers, making the big play, making one of those plays that will change those deficits. When they're smaller, they can change a game around. How do you make those big plays?
Well, you have to take your chances in the scheme of the defense. Definitely execute the defense, whatever the coaches call, but at the same time, do your job and do it at your fullest potential. And that's the main thing about making it a close game these last couple games. If we can just stop the bleeding somehow, get a big play, get a big turnover, which we're working our butts off to do that, and hopefully it can come this week.
You've made about as many big plays in the past 4, 5, 6 years as anybody that's been with the Chiefs defense. Do those come naturally? Do you find yourself pressing for them at a time like this? What's your mindset in trying to make that play?
Well, I think you press for it more in practice in the game. You definitely have to play within the scheme, but at the same time knowing that when you get your opportunity to make a big play, you have to seize the moment.
I was talking about this before we started talking here. The green dot, it's on your helmet. It was on your helmet last year. We hear a lot about the offensive side of the play calling, and they're coming into Matt with the plays. What's it like for the defense before a play when you're trying to get guys in line and getting that call out in a loud stadium?
Man, it's crazy at times because especially at the Arrowhead Stadium with all the fans making a lot of noise, which is a great thing for us, for the opponent offense, for the opposing team. But it's kind of hard to give the players a call when Coach Romeo Crennel is calling the call. But at the same time, you got to get it out to everybody. It's not just, okay, let me call this coverage real fast. You got to get it out to everybody because everybody's trying to get it. Everybody can't hear. I mean, it's kind of chaos at times, but you have to have a lot of patience giving a call, and you have to communicate with Romeo Crennel.
How does that process work if, say, the opposing team's in a 2-minute offense or they're in a no-huddle set and you guys can't huddle as a defense? How do you make sure everybody knows what the correct play call is?
Well, you have signal calls or signal calls sometimes. Sometimes if Romeo couldn't get it out to me, we'll signal with the hands or something because sometimes you can't hear. And he'll definitely give me the call, but sometimes the cornerbacks, Brandon Flowers or the other guys didn't get it, so I'd have to give them a certain signal with my hands to let them know what page we're on.
When it comes into the meeting room and there's a mental breakdown, even if it's in the secondary on the defensive line and there's confusion of the play, is that something that you have to take on as a leader and say, I gotta do a better job of getting us in that right position?
Most definitely, most definitely. When you're the play caller and you're making checks out there and coach is giving you the call to relay it to everybody, you have to take the responsibility on giving the call. And usually Coach Crennel always says somebody's has to give a call, somebody's got to get a call.
This week it's Phillip Rivers in San Diego. When you face a quarterback as good as he is, do things change for you defensively?
Well, you have to be more on your P's and Q's. You have to. It's a small margin of error when you go against a really good quarterback like Phillip Rivers. And my hat's off to the team, to their team, and they're doing a good job. They've been doing it for a while, but we have to create some confusion in his mind and through their offense, and somehow get this quarterback rattled a little bit.